Two Monk and a Woman Zen Story. Once upon a time, two monks were traveling together. On their way home, they came to the bank of a river and found that bridge was damaged. They had to walk through across the river. A pretty lady was standing on bank of river. She was also stuck there because of a damaged bridge. She had to cross the river too but couldn't. The elder monk inquired her if she needed help to cross the river. Lady responded that she do need help. Seeing that lady was in trouble, the elder monk offered to carry her across the river on his back. Lady accepted. Younger monk was shocked by elder monk's offer and thought, how can he carry a lady on his back when we are supposed to avoid all intimacy with females? But he kept quiet. Elder monk carried lady across river and younger monk followed, but he was unhappy by this act of elder monk. When they crossed river, elder monk let the lady down and they parted their ways. Monks continued on their way. All along the way for several miles, younger monk didn't say anything but was making up all kind of accusations about elder monk in his head. As time passed, younger monk got more and more angry about this but still kept quiet. Finally, at a rest point, many hours later when younger monk couldn't stand it any further, he burst out at elder monk, how can you claim yourself a devout monk, when you seize first opportunity to touch a female? All your teachings to me, were just big hypocrisy. This act of yours make you a big hypocrite. The elder monk looked surprised and said, I had put down that lady at the river bank many hours ago, how come you are still carrying her along? The story is a classic Buddhist parable that conveys a powerful message about the nature of attachment, judgment, and the burden of holding on to negative emotions. Here's the meaning behind the story. 1. Letting go of attachment. The elderly monk's action of carrying the lady across the river represents an act of compassion and kindness. However, the younger monk's inability to let go of the incident and his negative feelings about it symbolize attachment. In Buddhism, attachment is seen as a source of suffering. The story suggests that holding on to past experiences, judgments, and negative emotions is akin to carrying a burden, just like the younger monk carried the burden of his anger and judgment long after the incident had passed. 2. Judgment and hypocrisy. The younger monk judges the elder monk's action based on his preconceived notions of what a devout monk should or shouldn't do. He labels the elder monk a hypocrite without fully understanding the intention behind his action. This highlights how our judgments can be clouded by our own biases and limited perspectives. The story reminds us to be cautious of labeling others as hypocrites without considering their intentions and understanding the full context of their actions. 3. Present moment awareness. The elder monk's response, I had put down that lady at the river bank many hours ago, how come you are still carrying her along, emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment. The elder monk had let go of the incident as soon as he completed the act of helping the lady, while the younger monk was stuck in the past, carrying the burden of his judgments. This underscores the significance of mindfulness and releasing the mental baggage that prevents us from fully experiencing the present. Overall, the story encourages us to cultivate compassion, practice non-judgment, let go of attachments, and focus on living in the present moment. It teaches us that holding on to negative emotions and judgments only weighs us down and prevents us from experiencing inner peace and true understanding.